Hello, good morning, students. Myself, Dr. K.M. Khalkar, Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. Friend, in the last lecture, we have completed the points that is the dry flowers. The dry flowers, its preparations, various ways, various methods. With the help of that, we will increase the beauty of dry flowers, their preservation, their storage, their care, all that points which we have covered in the last lecture under the point that is the dry flower. And friend, here the last one point of our syllabus of our paper, Horticulture and Floriculture, that is the cut flowers, fresh flowers, cut flowers, introduction, then the species and cultivation of orchids, anthurium, then we will say heliconias, harvesting techniques, mode of harvesting, post-harvest conditioning, pre-cooling, pulsing, impregnation, grading, bunching, wrapping, packing, and cold storage of cut flower. Here we are considering the three flowers like as the orchid, anthurium, and the heliconias is there. And at the same time, we are considering the general aspects of the cut flower in this chapter. So, friend, we first considered the introductions of the cut flowers. The cut flowers are flower buds, often with some stem and leaf that have been cut from the plant bearing it. It is usually removed from the plant for decorative use. Yes, for the different purpose. It may be of vase display, it may be of veld, it may be of garland, or it may be of any other, we will say, the decorations. The cut flowers are generally used in many garden harvest their own cut flowers from the domestic garden, but there is a significant floral industry that for cut flowers in most countries. The plants cropped vary by climate, culture, and the level of wealth locally. Often the plants are raised specifically on the purpose for the purpose in the field or glasshouse growing condition. Cut flowers can also harvested from the wild. The cultivation and trade of the flower is specialization in horticulture, specifically floriculture is there. So that is the introductions of the, we will say, the cut flowers. Then the orchids. Which, yes, in the last chapter we are considering this point, that is the orchids. There are different species of the orchids, how they are cultivated, how we can maintain it, cultivate it, etc. Here we will consider a species and cultivar of the orchids are there. There are number of species, yes, number of species of the orchids are there. Out of them, few considered are here. The first one, like as the Phalaenopsis orchids. Phalaenopsis orchid, commonly known as the moth orchids. There are 75 recognized species within the genus and many dozens of really available cultivars, and they are native place like as the India, China, Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Australia, etc. are the native place of this native area of this orchid, that is generally known as the moth orchid. Second, like as the Brasaola orchid is there, and these have the white or the greenish flower with narrow petal and are exceptionally fragrant. They are occurred are native Central and the South America, whereas the West Indies also. Then the Catasetum orchid, much variation in appearance of this orchid, and the male flower have been anatomically triggered that forcefully eject pollen onto visiting bees. That is the specialty of this orchid, and that native the Central America, North and South America, etc. is there. The best one orchid, that also the queen of orchid generally, that is the Cacalia orchid is there, and have been widely hybridized, leading to large variety of colors and form, and generally considered as a queen of orchid. This, and they are generally, we will say, native or originated Central and the South America is there. Then the Cyanopus orchid, that this relative of the Catia orchids is also known as the swan orchids, as The elegant inflorescence of the male flower resembles to a swan neck, and because of why that is also known as the swan orchid is there, and they are native Mexico, Central and South America. Whereas the Cymbidium orchids, that Cymbidium orchid commonly known as the boat orchids, their flowers, their petals, they are look like as the boat, and they are native tropical and subtropical Asia and Australia is there. Then the Dendrobium orchid, the top heavy blooms of the Dendrobium orchid often required staking is there. They are native Asia, Australia, Pacific Island. Then the Incyclia orchids is there, also called as the rocksail orchids. They are native Florida, Mexico, etc. Epidendrum orchids. It is a large containing more than 1,000 pure species and many more hybrids are there. They are native in tropical, subtropical, North and South America. Whereas the Ludicea orchids, commonly known as the jewel orchid, and is rewarding in that the plants look attractive in the out of the bloom is there. They are native of the southern, whereas the Southeast Asia. So all these are the, we will say, the important varieties of the orchids are there. Then the species and cultivar of the Anthurium, that this is also the one of the good, we will say, the flowering known as the Anthurium is there. They are like as the Anthurium andrinum, the flamingo flower, which is lipstick red waxy flower and shiny heart-shaped foliage of this flower is there. Anthurium caesarianum look similar to flamingo flower but has a curly spathy resembling to the pig's tail. Anthurium clarinarium, they are a velvet cardboard anthurium with large deeply lobed leaf, and the vein pattern is there. Anthurium watermelons is the black anthurium, has flowers that are deep purple, almost black looking. And the Anthurium hookeri, the bird nest, has a large dark green elongated leaves are there. So all these are the species and cultivars of the Anthurium are there, whereas they are the most Anthurium cultivars. The most attractive features of that the flowers are finger-like spike called as spadix, the spathy also called as the bract, which will be here. The spathy are usually deep and shiny red, and the Anthurium flowers can be red, white, orange, green, pink, purple, or in some cases multicolored also. Then the species and cultivar of Heliconias. This is also the one of the important flowers are there. This Heliconia stricta is one of the important species. Has a beautiful inflorescence, resembles the lobster claw. Color are ranged from red to gold, orange, maroon, green, singly or in combinations of the flower is there. Heliconia stricta, the variety, like as the Sharoni is there. The broad foliage is born in stiff red stalk, blooms from late July to February is there. Then the Heliconia rostrata is also important, we will say, the species of the Heliconias. The traditional and the most recognized Heliconias with magnificent pendant inflorescence of alternating bract 6 to 10 centimeter long. So these are the various, we will say, the species of the Heliconia. Then the Heliconia psittacorum is also there. The psittacorum, that is the parrot beak. Heliconias are small, dainty, exotically tropical, and resembles the plants known commonly as the bird of paradise is there. Yes, the Heliconia latticata is there. Erect inflorescence with well separated board shaped bract is there, and that looks very beautiful, native to Central and South America. Heliconia bihai, greenish yellow flower, clustered in the axil of large steep bolt shaped cremons red flattened bracts are there, whereas the Heliconia indica foliage type has fairly insignificant flower but often has a spectacular foliage is there. So all these are the, we will say, about the three type of the flowers, their important species, etc. Then the next one point, harvesting technique of the cut flowers are there. Generally, we all know harvest the flowers morning or in evening, when there is the low temperature. remove the foliage on stem that will be below water. Yes, remove such a type of the foliage. Why? Because if they are degraded and they are causes the degradations of the flower is there, so remove the foliage on stem that will be below water is there. Slant cut with will stem from lying flat on the bucket bottom, increase the water uptake. The area is, when we are taking the slant cut, the area is more there, uptake of more and more water is there, and for the purpose of that, slant cut is taken from the bottom of the stem is there. Never lay the flower on the ground or on dirty surface is there. Disinfect cutting tools frequently or at least 2 times each day. Yes, when we are disinfect them, means there is no entry of microorganism in the stem is the best time to coolest part of the day when there is no surface water from the dew or rain on the plant is there. Select such a time is there. No dews or the water on the plant is there. The spike type of the flower harvest when 1/4 of the half of the individual florets are open, whereas the desi type of the flower harvest and flowers are fully open is their spike type, and the desi type of the flowers. On the basis of that, select to harvest it. Well, that is the spike harvesting of the spike type of the flower is there. Full bucket or the vase, half full warm water is taken there. Pour 1 part of the bleach and 9 part of the water in the bowl and select the orchid flower spike 60 to 70% of the bloom. Open there, hold the cut the stem under the running water and cut the process the additional spike in the same manner is there and place the flower in a refrigerator with temperature 40 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit is there. Harvest additional flower in the same manner so that the losses which will be less there. Mode of harvesting, stage of harvesting, that's depend upon flower to flower. The optimum harvesting stage, that is the commercial orchid, is fully open and matured flowers is required there. The stage of harvest, spike length and number of flowers of some harvest factor commercial orchid is important there. The maximum wage life of the cut flower, harvest flower daily at the proper stage and development is essential there. All these are coming under the stage of harvesting. That stage of harvesting of the flower is depend upon flower to flower, plant to plants, etc. is there. The post harvest handling means after the harvesting there is need to take the care of plant. Flowers are there. Flowers are then moved to a cool area where the stems can be recut, placed in solution depending on specific need of the flowers. Once harvested, flower continue to transpire and will wilt rapidly. There, most flower will fully recovered from wilting if recut and placed in a warm rehydration solution is there. Stems are recut by removing about an inch of the end of the stem under the water proper is there. For sale in retail centers, farm stand, all handling and sales should be conducted in a shady area. All these are the care should be taken. That is the necessary there. Then the next one point like the pulsing is there. What is meant by this pulsing? The absorption of chemical solution containing sugar and the germicide through the lower cut bases of the flower stem is known as pulsing. And the pulsing may be used by grower, wholesaler, retailer, florist order to enhance the cut flower subsequent phase life. Yes, because of why the uptaking the plants with the help of this pulsing method, that plant remain fresh, that plant remain free from the microorganism. Pulsing is employed with higher concentration of sugar, mainly sucrose, and the percentage which varies species to species. With the help of sucrose, that plant, that flower remain fresh for many days. The rose and the chrysanthemum, it should be 2 to 6% of the sugar is added there, whereas for bird of paradise, then the gypsulphia carnation 10% sucrose solution is required there. Gladiolus 20%, then the cyclamen 15% sucrose, or tuberose 10% sucrose is required in the pulsing processes. The we will say the short answer question may be asking, that is the pulsing. What is in by pulsing? Then the impregnation is there. Impregnation, sometimes the cut ends of the flower stems are impregnated for a short time with chemical. Yes, treat it with the help of chemical and that concentration 100,000 to 1500 ppm of the silver nitrate, nickel chloride, cobalt chloride for 10 to 15 minutes. Improve a longevity of several flowers are there. To improve a longevity of flower, impregnation is done with the help of special chemical that depend upon flower to flower is there. Then that we know all about the grading, bunching, wrapping and packing of the cut flowers are there. Grading that depend upon the size, then the color, then the straightness, straight as well as the length of the stem. With the help of grading, we will make the quality is there. Separate the infected material. Separate, and we will say the on the basis of size, color, then the bird, etc., which will be used here, the grading which will be done there, and the flowers are generally grouped into the bunches. Bunching may be 5, 10, 12, or 20 stems and loosely tied with rubber bands are there to different flowers. Some flowers, the 5 number is there, some flower 10, some flower 12, some flower 20. We will say the cut flowers are gathered together with the help of rubber band. Before placing them in package, individual flower bunches are wrapped with suitable packing material like as the cellophane paper, craft paper, news or tissue paper, etc., which will be used there for the bunching as well as the wrapping and packing is there. Minimum length of the boxes, and then later on they are placed into the boxes are there. That boxes are with the, we will say, properly maintained therefore in transportation there. Use of the gunny cloth also, muslin, bamboo basket, polythene bag are also used for the purpose of the different flowers like as the marigold or the rose flowers are there. The flowers like as the orchid, anthurium, which is susceptible to chilling injury, are transported in, we will say, transported in water also. In such cases, base of the flower stem should be placed in a plastic vial, polythene foil, or the anthurium or the, we'll say, the orchids type of the flower set should be protected with the help of wrapping in a soft paper or plastic mesh is there. Cut flower of gladiolus, larkspur, lupine are also sensitive to geotrophic bending also there. To care the all such type of the flower at the time of the bunching, packing, etc. is there. And the cold storage in the temperature at 32 to 40 degree Fahrenheit for the cold storage. With the help of that, we will maintain the flower as it is. The cold storage is recommended for all flower that will not be in the market immediately, and any flower sold to wholesaler is there. If the market is down at that time, we can store the flower in the cold storage conditions which required the temperature 32 to 40 degree Fahrenheit, whereas the relative humidity 85 to 90% is required there. With the help of that, we will preserve it. We can store at the specific flower to flower. And the Indian market, the Indian floriculture market is worth 188.7 billion in 2019. And the floriculture, also known as the flower farming, refer to the cultivation of flowering and the ornamental plants. Yes, with the help of this, the cut flower, we will obtain more and more foreign economy is there here. A strong increased demand of cut flower, loose flower has made a floriculture as one of the important commercial trades in Indian agriculture is there. The modernization and the growing Western cultural influence have driven the consumers to buy flowers on the number of occasions like as the Valentine Day, marriage, anniversaries, birthday, friendship day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. In all such type of the days, there is the need of flower. Or in the first, we are considering the point that flowers play an important roles in a human life from birth to the death. In each and every occasion, in each and every ceremony, there is the need of flowers, and because of why the market in India to the flower is very large, and not only in India but also out of the country, the market is in large scales to the flower is there. So this is about the Indian market of the cut flower is there. Here we will say saying that the flowers becoming a quite popular in number of occasions for the different purpose. We are in uses of the flowers. We extend the consumptions of these all product to increase continuously during the forecast period, creating a positive impact on the floriculture industry. So market summary: based on the flower type, market has been segmented as a cut, and those flowers are there on the basis of end user. Market has been segmented as a retail, and the institutional users are also there. So these are, we will say, the simply summary of the market is there, and here is the end of the chapter, that is the cut flower. All these are the cut flowers are here. So cut, like as the dry flower, cut flowers are also play an important role in flower industry. So this is the one of the best business as a flower industry, that may be of sold into the cultivation is the one business, or marketing is also one of the business in case of the floriculture. So friend, in this way we are completed our syllabus of this paper, that is the horticulture and floriculture. Thank you.